Hi guys, so today I'm just going to be playing a bunch of different games and telling a bunch of stories that happened to me. So the first one is basically why my house might be haunted. So it all started once we moved, and there was this really big cross in our backyard, and I didn't know what that was at the time. So it was just kind of sitting in the backyard. And this is key, probably. We had around 3 cats at the time. And maybe 5 months later, we decided to get 2 more cats. But back to the beginning of the story. So we decided to renovate the house a little bit. So once we started doing that, we thought the cross was a little weird, so we took it down. So after we took it down, only then the weird things started happening. And all of a sudden, my one really healthy cat got sick randomly. I don't know why, he just did. And he would always stare at the hallway at around 9ish p.m. And once we got a new cat, he started doing the same as well. So we all thought that was pretty weird, but we didn't mind it. And around 2 months after we took the cross down, I heard knocking, banging, and tapping in my ceiling. And that's something you should remember for the rest of the story. So I told my mom about this, and my parents both agreed that it was probably just like an animal, because we did sort of have a mouse infestation at the time, and none of our cats were really doing anything about it. So we also didn't really have anything up there, so yeah. After we got the new cats, my one cat, it was a gray tabby. He started doing the same as my one other cat too. And one day they were both acting completely normal. But that night, that one cat ended up dying for no reason. I don't know what happened. So it was really strange, and none of us, when I say none of us knew what happened. We all just thought he died because he was sick. But I thought otherwise. I thought it may have have something to do with the fact that my sister gives him human food, which probably could have been the reason. But I choose to differ. So yeah. Sorry. There is something in my voice, so I'm sorry if I keep doing that. But anyway, it was really weird how that just happened, and I thought it was the ghost, because why would a cat just randomly stare into the hallway? And fun fact about the house, it's really old, and the lady that used to live there, she died a couple years ago, and I thought maybe she was the one that killed him. Either because she was sick of trying to get to us and our cats trying to protect us, or she just wanted a buddy in the afterlife. And then shortly after, by the way, both cats that we got sick one day, but the cold went away, so that's good. And my one cat, Romeo, he started to look in the hallway too as well. He was acting fine one night, and then the next morning, we found him in the exact same spot that my other cat died, but there was blood raining down his nose. So none of us know what happened. I think it was the ghost, but if you want to try to find out what happened with me, or you have any ideas what it might have been, please contact me on my Instagram or DM me on TikTok, or just put it down in the comments, whichever one you would prefer. But after that, the tapping stopped. And right before that, my mom did sage the house. But the day that she saged it, there was this really loud bang in the attic right above my bedroom door as my mom was saging the house. So, it ended around September-ish. But it came back recently, about like 2-ish days ago. So none of us know what's going on. Okay, next story. This next story time is more dramatic. Story time on how my sister tried to drown me when we were around 5-ish years old. Alright, let's start. So me and my sister were around 5 years old maybe, and my mom was working on the attic one day. So we decided to play in the pool because it was a summer day. And yeah, logic. So as we decided to do a race at in the pool. So I was a little bit faster than my sister because I was older, but she did not want to say that I was faster than her, so she was like, "You cheated!" And then proceeded to grab my arm as I went away. So as I tried to run away, she pulled me back, grabbed my neck, and shoved my head underwater. I was very young, so I didn't know what was happening. So I was scared. I ended up kicking her in the stomach accidentally, but that gave me time to run to my mom. And as soon as I was going, my little legs decided to topple over each other and make me fall down the steps. So I was crying, and so was my sister, because we were both in pain. But my mom heard the big bang that was downstairs, which was us, and she was like, "Oh my God, what's going on?" So then I like put my hand over my sister's mouth so I could talk, because she interrupts me a lot. And then I said, "She shoved my head underwater." And I guess we were planning to go to my cousin's house today, so my mom said she couldn't come for the sleepover. So I was like a little bit happy inside. Yeah. So that was the end of that story. All right, quick tour of my Boxburg house as I tell the second story. So comment down below before I start the next one if you want me to continue these story times. Okay, story time on how I got lost in my grandparents' house after when I was around 4 years old. So they trusted me to stay inside the living room while they went outside. So being the stupid child I was, I did not listen. So I proceeded to go upstairs, currently where my setup is right now. And I hid behind the bed with the lights off, playing with my dolls, just moving them around. At the time, I was very stupid because I didn't want to move my lips. I didn't think it worked like that. But apparently it does. But I only learned that 2 years after that incident. So they were looking for me all over the house. So then they finally decided to look upstairs. And guess what? They found me whispering to myself behind the bed with the lights turned off. And I guess they thought I was a demon. So then they were like, oh my God. Yes, amazing acting skills right here. So then after that, they picked me up and they were like, oh my God, where were you? And I was like, I was playing with my dollies. All right, that's the end of that story. It's kind of boring, but it was still worth telling. The next story is how my quote-unquote sister's friend decided to backstab me. It was a normal day, and we were at my friend's house. And I wanted to talk to her, but she was ignoring me for some idiotic reason. And, well, after that, I decided to just hang on the diving board and do some cool flips into the water. And guess what? No one decided to pay attention to me. So then, I'm going to give her a fake name. So then, Kenzie, that's what I'm going to name her. It's not her real name. Fake name. She decides to walk. When I finally get out from that spot and decide to go over to her, she was like, what are you doing over here? This is our turf and you can't be over here. So I was really mad. And I didn't know what to do, so I was all sad. And then fast forward a couple days, we were back there again. And we decided to have a sleepover at my house. So when we were over there, we decided to paint our nails because why not? We have a lot of nail polish and we need to make use of it. So then I decided to paint my nails purple and black. And my other hand was messy because that wasn't my good hand that I used. And then I showed them all proud. I was like, look at my nails. I'm so proud of myself for doing this. And then they were like, yeah, sure, they're good. And that did not sound like a compliment to me. So, I told my mom, and I guess they didn't like it either. So I confronted them a few days later, and they were like, no, we didn't do that. But rewind a couple hours at the sleepover, and Kenzie said something about Danny forcing her to do something. But this wasn't the first time that happened either. So after I told her, I asked her, can you please stop being mean to me? And she was like, sure. And we hugged each other. So we may have decided to, it did seem like she was being like forced because she didn't sound that realistic when they joked. Well, not Kenzie at least. But, I told Danny and she was like, well, they were kind of a little bit ugly. And I was offended. Really offended. I don't know why this is logic. Well, then basically, the name, the depressed. What? Hang on. Yeah. Oh. Eggsy. There. Merry Christmas. Okay, so this goes on a lot of times, and when I met my stepsister, she was like that too, and my sister said that she was being forced to do the stuff she did to me and wear specific things. So that was kind of sus. I don't know what was in my sister's right mind, what my sister was doing, because that was, oh my. So yeah. My sister basically kind of forces people against me because I used to quote-unquote bully her and not let her play. Well, guess what? It wasn't my idea. My friends just didn't want to play. And it made sense because we were in different age groups. And it wasn't even me that didn't want to play with her. It was my friends. And she had the audacity to say, well, they're my friends because they're nice to me. And then I asked them later, and none of them said that they were her friend because they didn't personally know her. But after that, we kind of cleared things up a teensy bit. But stuff like that still happens. Alright. End of that story. Story time on how I might have a stalker ghost, and my friend has one too. So I've had a lot of weird things happen to me in my life. Like, for sure, at my old house, an old man died in my living room. And randomly one day when my sister and I were in the bathroom together, because we don't like to do that alone when we're 5, we decided to go together, and I was just hanging out with her, and she said that she thought she saw something in the hallway, but nothing was there. And then we both heard this noise that was like, I forget what it said, but it really freaked me and my sister out. And something leads on to that. So we were talking about it one day, and she said she didn't remember talking about it or even hearing the voice or even that memory. It disappeared in her mind, but I remember it clearly. So then after that, I thought I heard a noise. Yeah, nope, I'm not being up here anymore. Okay, but anyways, after that, I thought I heard her say, why did you go there? As to why we were trying to find out what the person said. So, we both started freaking out, and I turned to look at the door, and all of a sudden, I saw this orange figure, like, stop looking at us for a second. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but, like, it's almost when you're, like, looking, like, halfway through the door, and someone looks at you, and then you, like, peep your head back. That's what it was like. And then, we started running into the bathroom.
With knives?
No. We ran into the bathroom, and I don't really remember that much from that, but it was this year, and this wasn't the first time I've encountered that. The first time I saw it, I was just walking up in the woods. Yeah. So I was walking up to the thingy,
The creek?
the woods, and then I saw this orange figure. It almost looked like a girl, but anytime I would look at it or see it, it didn't look like the figure I saw. So that's really creepy. And that's really it for the story times. Comment below if you want me to do any more. But for now, I'm just going to play this. I don't know if there were any more story times that I was supposed to do. But that's really all the story times I remember. But anyway, just enjoy some gameplay from here. With a little bit of talking. Yeah. Yay, I made it. Oof, that's a bad joke. Hello, Bruce. How are you today? Why are you so tall? Oh my god. Elimination tower. All of you will face elimination. Are you sure about everyone? I'm not gonna say so much, but I do. So if I don't post a lot, it's probably because I'm trying to make like a food video, and Keen Master is trying to not make me able to do that because I have no storage when my phone has a bunch of storage. It makes no sense. Yeah, I might end the video here, but let me know if you want more Roblox. Bye guys.